Okay, welcome to Tributary Group's Client Services videos. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the WordPress Dashboard. And the WordPress Dashboard is basically the behind the scenes dashboard that will control parts of your website. So it's kind of a good idea to, even though you may not go in here very often, to get an idea of what all this stuff is. So first thing we'll point out is here you have customize your site. We're not going to get into that just yet, but I just want you to know that's there, so keep an eye on it. We'll get to that a little bit later. Next steps, you got write a first blog, add in an about page, and view your site. Well, if you are a blogging client who is writing blogs on a consistent basis, you can click here to write your first blog. There's other areas where you can actually go ahead and post a blog, which is right here. But you can do that and then add an about page. If you were creating the site on your own, this is where you would create a page about yourself or about your business. And then lastly, view your site. So if you want to take a look and see what your site looks like, you would click this. Then there's some more actions, and we're going to get into these things individually, but you have widgets, and basically a widget is an area on your website where you can place things. And what the widget does is it allows you, for example, to put like a calendar on your website, and you would put that in as a widget by using what's called a WordPress plugin. Plugins we'll get into in another video, but we'll get into that in a little bit more detail. And then menus has to do with the actual navigation menu. So, on a normal website, you have the home page, and you have the About Us page, Contact Us page, etc. So those are like your navigation buttons, your menus. Here you have turn comments on and off. Well, if you're doing a blog where you want to receive comments from the audience, you would go ahead and turn on, because you want to receive feedback from your website. And conversely, if you do not want to receive feedback, you would turn that off. And then if you want to learn more about getting started, you would go ahead and click this button right here. Let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit. As you scroll down the page, you'll see an at a glance window right here, and you'll see one post, one comment, 2 pages, because that's what this particular website that we've created has right now. It has one post, one comment, and 2 pages. It also tells you what version of WordPress we're running. Right now we're running version 4.4.2, and what theme you're using. So I'm using a generic theme. It's a theme that is called 2016 for 2016. And right now you can see it says search engines discouraged, because quite honestly, I don't want the site indexed, because there's not a lot of good content out there, because this is just for strictly training videos. To the right, you have a quick draft. Quick draft's really cool, because let's say you wanted to write a post and you wanted to get that out really quick, you'd be able to do that. So if you do have a blog or a posting website, quick draft is really a nice feature, because you can put a title and then just quickly type in what's on your mind. You save the draft, and then it will automatically be saved to your website. It's a pretty nice feature. So down here, this tells you a little bit about your recent activity and what's happened recently, about what time it's happened. And if you get comments on your website, as we were talking about above, nice thing about that is if you do turn on the comments, you can actually approve those comments before they become public. It's a nice feature. That way, if you get spam or you get in from, somebody who, is hating on your website, you can go ahead and turn that off. WordPress News is something that, quite honestly, I don't really look at too often, but gives you updates on what's going on with WordPress. Okay, now we want to continue talking about the dashboard, and one last feature I want to talk about is the screen options right up here at the top. So a lot of people don't use a lot of this stuff that's up here at the top of the dashboard. So if you ever want to like clean it up or turn things off, it's nice to know what's up here. So you have screen options, you click on that, and at a glance right here tells you what content do you have on your website right now. If you uncheck that, you'll see it disappears. Okay, and then if you uncheck activity, that will be gone as well. So just to kind of give you an idea as to that, if you don't want that content on your website, you can check and uncheck it.